Hey, it's the Shlicketty DooCast. How do you like that for a nice bass tone intro? I'm your host, Aaron Forsyth. I'm back for the attack. Hey, welcome to the neighborhood. Let's hang on out, yo. Let's hang on out. Hold on, I got a de-lint here. I need a lint brush here. But Mike, my buddy Mike Anderson, he's in the garage. He's coming out, but he's got to do something real quick here. He's got to park the car or the Waymo. Maybe the Waymo's going to let him out. All right, we got the Waymo. Here he goes. Here's Mike Anderson.
Here I am. I just had to give it a little bit, give it a little more headspace. You've grown so tall lately that, nope, you're good. Yep, I still got a little bit of head space up there for you between your head and the top of the shot. Yep, so it's looking good. You're growing like a weed. It seems like just the other day you were knee-high to a grasshopper. Now you're well over 12 feet tall.
That was always a funny term. Knee-high to a grasshopper.
Yeah, you always love those old colloquialisms.
I love those. I think they're catchy.
Yeah, well, shit that was catchy 100 years ago.
Right. But I like using them in a modern sense because then the young kids have no idea what you're talking about. They think you're from Mars.
Speaking of 100 years ago.
Okay, so 100 years. Let me think. What year was that? That would be 2025. That would be 1925.
26.
1926.
Yeah, we're in 26.
Oh, that's right. Okay, 1926. All right, 1926. All right, that's the... Well, we haven't even got to Prohibition yet. Have we?
Oh, sorry. Prohibition was in the 20s?
Yeah, 28? I don't know. 30? I don't know. Yeah, somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it all seems so
So
fuzzy,
1926 wouldn't have been Prohibition, would it?
Could have been when it started or when they repealed it.
Yeah, I know more of the repeal, but okay.
All right, hang on. Let me look it up.
Well, I can tell you, this is the year. It's the 150th year of Budweiser beer. I know that.
Yeah, is it?
It's their 150th anniversary year.
150th?
Yep, 150 for Anheuser-Busch Budweiser.
Nice. Yeah, I guess so. I remember.
So they probably came out after Prohibition ended, right? So.
Oh yeah, what year did you say?
150.
Yeah, you got to do the math for me.
Well, 100 would be 20. 18.
70 something. 1876, isn't it always? Didn't they used to be on the cans?
Yeah. Well, you have a beer there. Is it on your can? Well, you got a Bud Light. Is it on your can?
But I mean, the old Budweiser cans, didn't it used to say, I think it used to say 1876.
I think so, yeah.
We spent a lot of time looking at them.
Yeah, and the Clydesdales, 1876 sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because if it's 50 years, we're in 26, so it's not 25, so it's not 75, 76, 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is wild when you think about it, because we're heading into our 250th year as a country.
Right.
So beer was 100 years to the day.
Well,
later.
that company.
Well, that company, yeah, Anheuser-Busch, yeah.
Yeah. Because this whole company was founded on brewing beer.
Yeah. Beer.
You know, funnily enough, we were talking a little bit about Portuguese. So in Portuguese, the word for German people is Aleman, A-L-E-M-A-N.
Okay.
And my girlfriend's like, I never understood that. That never made sense to me. And I'm like, ale man, they're the beer people. And she's like, oh my God, of course.
Wow, yeah. So ancient Portuguese people were thinking, the Germans are the beer people.
But I think it may be the same, because Portuguese is like this with the Romance languages, Spanish, French, Italian.
Yeah.
They're all using sort of the same sort of structure and stuff like that. So maybe they all call the Germans Alemania.
Ale man.
Yeah.
Hey, ale man.
Like Japanese people are Japonese. Pretty straightforward. You know?
Yeah, I'm glad it isn't anything more risque.
No, and
China.
So anyway, the Prohibition, 1920 to 1933 here in America. So the entire 1920s.
Wow, so 13 years.
13 years.
Wow, that's a lot of Boy, that's the start of the criminal underground. I got to say, that's when the criminals started getting really smart with their smuggling in towns. You know?
Yeah, that's when a lot of people made a lot of money.
Yeah, that's why you got to see the Boardwalk Empire.
I'm going to. I'm gonna put that on.
I'm highly recommending it, especially you. You're a history buff. You're gonna like it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I've been digesting some shows lately.
All right, Mike's digesting. He's eating it up. What do you got? This is good or bad? Don't say like K-pop Demon Hunters here.
That's a movie. I already watched it. I've seen it twice. I keep telling you, you should take a look at it.
I know. I have to for pop culture's sake.
And you keep poo-pooing it, and I'm like,
I know.
We can at least talk about the music in it and the art in it.
Yeah, okay.
It's
If
animated.
I come at it from both those angles, then I could probably stomach it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's like, it's not like we're talking about a, early 90s Disney direct-to-DVD sequel.
Yeah, I know. It just feels like anime Powerpuff Girls to me.
You know what? Thematically and overall,
I'm not too far up. And mix K-pop music with it.
Yeah. You're not that far off with it,
Right.
overall. Oh, there we go. There's my light. I felt like I was dim on this side.
You've looked a little dim.
Yeah, I got it. Because I was like, that's too dim. All right, I'm looking pretty good. We're looking good.
Anime Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, which I love the Powerpuff Girls.
It was good. I liked it the way it was drawn. I like the thick lines. I like the simplicity of the visual.
I like the writing. I like the characters. I like the characterizations of the girls.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. I remember watching it when I was a kid. Yeah.
Mojo Jojo was pretty fun.
Yeah, you're right. We didn't turn that one off. There's a lot of them you click through. Like there's old cartoons from the early 2000s that I miss. Like. Did you ever watch Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
Love Foster's.
God, that was brilliant.
I thought
Blue the Ghost was great, but all of them were great.
Their Christmas episode where he had the ghost of Bob Marley.
Oh, right.
So he was doing Christmas Carol, and every time he was doing Bob Marley the ghost, he was had the reggae hat.
We used to laugh at the. My daughter loved the Cheese episodes. Remember Cheese?
Because that ran for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Cheese was just a random walk-on for a couple episodes that they would have, and Cheese was like, kind of not all there.
Was that one of the imaginary friends?
Yeah, and he wasn't all there, and they called him Cheese.
I feel like I do remember it, but yeah, like you said, it was only like 1 or 2 episodes here or there.
But no, I thought that show was ahead of its time.
I thoroughly enjoyed that show.
I know. Why it got canceled, I know. I wanted to bring it back.
It ran its course. So, speaking of which, so today...
Okay, what are you watching?
Well, okay, before I get into the stuff I'm really watching, but because you mentioned like those sort of shows, because that was a Cartoon Network show.
Yeah.
So Cartoon Network in the evenings, if you don't know, does Adult Swim. They've been doing it for 20 years. If you don't know, you're never going to know because you're not into it. But if you know, you know. So Adult Swim show. They've been known to have some like weird shows. Like I used to enjoy Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah.
It was absurd, but it was so funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could tell a bunch of older stoner guys our age wrote it and stuff like that.
Well, I have 3 seasons of DVDs of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and on the bonus material, on the behind the scenes, they show them writing an episode. Like the one dude goes to the other dude's house, and they just sit around. One of them at the computer, the other one just sitting in a chair with an electric guitar that's not plugged in, just like running like pentatonic minor sweet scales. And they're just like throwing ideas back. They're actually writing the Christmas episode.
Oh, wow.
You know,
That's fun.
I
would like to see more shows like that, how they wrote the episode,
Yeah.
It's like a fly on the wall.
It's literally the camera, bam, it's like an hour and a half. The dude comes in, they say hi, they sit down, they start writing, they hammer out ideas.
God, that would be great for every show.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
Yeah, one episode. But early 2000s, Cartoon Network.
So Cartoon Network with the Adult Swim, they're known for having these sort of wacky shows with sometimes questionable animation budgets.
Yeah, a lot of them were really bad. That's why I tuned out of them.
I remember with Aqua Teen Hunger Force, they had a show called Squidbillies. Some people may have liked it. I hated the look of it. I thought the look was awful. So today I'm bumping around HBO real quick after work, and there's an Adult Swim cartoon on there. It's terrible. It's called Ha Ha You Clowns or something like that.
I don't know that one.
No, there's no reason you would. It's terrible animation.
Really?
Yeah, terrible animation.
Yeah, I wonder how these get greenlit. Do they get greenlit because they're just like friends of friends? So it's like favors or something? Or
No, because I think what happens is, so these are all coming out of Atlanta, because this is all Cartoon Network, which was one of Ted Turner's channels.
Yeah.
So it's all based in Atlanta.
They don't have a lot of budget.
Well, they call it, it's all Ghost Planet Industries, because they had Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Those are the old Space Ghost cartoons where they bought the Hanna-Barbera library. They had all the artwork for Space Ghost. So I don't know if they didn't have legs for him, but I don't know. They made a talk show, so they got him sitting behind a desk.
Yeah.
That show was funny.
Yeah, that was kind of ahead of its time a little
Brack
bit.
and Zorak.
Yeah, that was so bad it was good. Yeah.
Right.
That's smart.
So that, and then they had their first generation of the Cartoon Network cartoons. They call them cartoons. Dexter's Lab, what were the other big ones that they had?
Ed, and Eddie?
Yeah.
Which is coming back. I heard they're bringing it back.
Is it?
Yeah, they're remaking more episodes.
Yeah, that one was sort of silly. Yeah. So the whole Cartoon Network with the animation stuff. So I think what they do is there's people that are there working on this series. This series runs its course. I feel like, and you're just like a journeyman animator or a layout artist or a background guy or something like that.
And they all got side gigs, like side projects?
No, well, yes.
Like
yes.
bands. It's kind of like, hey, check out my little side project band we're doing. Me and the guy from Aqua Teen are doing this thing together.
Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy talked about it because he went to the Rhode Island School of Design. And so he did a Family Guy, essentially, pilot for his senior thesis. So everybody's got their little show in their head. Like, I got an animated show I developed, So, you've got all that stuff in your head, like, ready to go. It's just a matter of, like, doing it, sort of thing. So I think people are there at Cartoon Network, and I think if you can hang in for probably, like, 8 or 10 years, you probably get a shot at stuff. This happens at Pixar, too.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and everyone's got a little something in their head, or and I could almost see like musical bands, like you got a little side project, little things working, little things, conversations you had drinking, and then all of a sudden they turn into things,
Yeah, you definitely got your ideas, and you sort of think about it and flesh it out in your head.
Folks in the same crew, not crew, but sphere.
Yeah.
Sphere of influence.
There probably is. One of the guys at Pixar talked about this too. The guy who did that movie Elemental. If you look at the behind the scenes stuff, the making of featurette, he's been with Pixar for like 13 years. He's done different stuff on different projects.
Yeah.
You know that movie Up with the old guy and the little kid?
It's good.
He is sort of the physical basis for that little kid.
Oh.
And he was the voice of Socks the cat in Lightyear. Oh. I love Socks the cat. It's my favorite character in there. It's so funny. And stuff like this, and when he tells you what he did in Pixar, it's like everything that I loved in these movies was all him stuff. But his movie Elemental wasn't grabbing me. But what he's talking about is the fact that you're there, you're doing the gig, you work your way up. After a certain number of years, you get, hey, you got any ideas?
Yeah, what do you got? Yeah.
So this show, Ha You Clowns, or Ha the Clowns, man, it's this guy who's a weatherman. He's got these 3 grown-up dumb sons that all look like linebackers.
All right.
The voice acting is sort of terrible, sounds terrible. It's like they're holding their tongue while they're reading their lines. So it doesn't sound like this all the time. It's the dumbest thing. The animation is awful. It looks awful.
Okay.
It was annoying me. But it was an Adult Swim. I haven't watched an Adult Swim cartoon in a long time, and they always have these.
They're strange.
Yeah, I mean, even Aqua Teen Hunger Force is sort of bad animation. I mean, it was like cut out puppets just like moving along.
Yeah. Deathlock was all right.
Yeah, Metalocalypse was
Metalocalypse, yeah.
I mean, it was definitely limited animation, but they had a story. They had a whole overarching story that tied everything together.
Yeah.
And of course, the music was good on that one.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. You get a lot of musicians in animation.
That's true. There's crossover type. Yeah, I could see it,
Mike Judge?
Yeah, musicians, rock musicians, and then you mix that with like, comic book people. They're skaters. They're all in the same kind of, back of the yard.
I think it's that creative side of the brain.
Yeah. I could see it. I'm sure we would have been doing that kind of stuff early on if we had the means, but we were kids of the 80s, so you couldn't really get to the tech. There was no tech to be had. Whereas now, from the mid-90s, 2000s on, kids have access to tech. We didn't have access to tech.
No, that's why I got into all this production stuff, because like now it's actually attainable and available where you can get good results with
Yeah, we would have totally been
crazy
doing that.
stuff.
We would have totally been making cartoonish shit back then.
I mean, everybody's got 4K cameras in their pockets.
I know.
It's nuts.
It's nuts. It's nuts. I know technology is mind-blowing. I know I always jizz over this all the time, and I always talk about it. But it's just the fact you can't even wrap your head around it. Even back when we were young, we were talking earlier today about the. So here's my new thing. What I've been doing, I've been going, I'm going to take an artist and I'm going to start from the beginning, and I'm going to
Musical artist.
A musical artist. Just see what the hubbub's about. Like, I should know more about this person, or I should know about this band.
This is the thing we
So
always
I did
did growing up, because there was so much stuff that you just hear about.
Yeah.
Like I remember hearing about Aerosmith till the cows end.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about Aerosmith until they came back out. You know.
Yeah, so, or all your friends are going, why is everyone talking about, say, the Smiths?
Yeah.
I guess I got to listen to the Smiths.
Yeah.
Let's start from the beginning and
Who
let's
are
move
they?
through the catalog. Yeah.
What can we find out? And
Well, I did it today with Adam Ant.
right.
He stinks. Now, forget the look. The look was cool. He was cool. He's good. I almost wish he could have had a better band. His songwriting's terrible. We all like Goody Two Shoes and Stand and Deliver. And Ant song, the one you were saying.
Ant Music.
Ant Music's all right. From there, the catalog piddles down. They all sound like B-sides that are unfinished, not written very well. They have weird key changes in them. Whoever was writing and producing them was terrible. And there's nothing really there to showcase maybe Adam's talent per se. Maybe he wrote those songs. I don't know. I didn't look at the liner notes, but I got about 5-6 songs into it. I got 6 songs past Ant Music, and I was like, this stinks. They were terrible. It was very terrible. And his vocals, he had some cool words here and there. There were little modicums of, oh, that was kind of neat. Yeah, but then that key, songs were structured strange. The mix was terrible. I was like, this is not good. It wasn't even good enough to be anti-songs like punk. It was kind of like really bad 80s pop done wrong, mixed with it was just, I was like, yeah, now I see why he didn't catch on, because he didn't have the catalog to follow it up with. And How Goody Two Shoes is such a weird song that doesn't even belong in that whole thing. It almost sounds like somebody else's song.
It might have been.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, Stand and Deliver sounds like his catalog, but that sounds like his best song out of his catalog. Goody Two Shoes is clearly some weird standalone song that had nothing to do with any of that.
Well, it's like if you look at the Rolling Stones catalog of songs, which I'm not a big fan of, that Gimme Shelter song sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Like that song is like, it's so light years different from anything else they did.
I always thought Undercover of the Night, you used to remember the video?
Yeah.
That one was like, where'd they come up with this?
Yeah.
Or what was that Zeppelin song with the drum beat in the beginning that all the drummers love to play? Fool in the Rain.
Oh, dun 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 dun.
Yeah, the song that sounds like nothing they've ever done, you've ever heard, and you go, nothing sounds like. Where'd that come from?
Well,
what kind of lightning struck that day? You go, huh?
I actually have a lot of information about all these topics.
Oh yeah.
That particular song with Led Zeppelin, that was written on a day when only the drummer and the bass player showed up to the studio.
Oh, there we go.
They wrote the song.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Because Plant and Page were late or didn't show up that day or something, and John Paul Jones and Bonham.
He could play the harpsichord. Yeah.
He went to school for organ.
Yeah, so he could play that. Okay, that makes kind of sense.
Yeah, he's got a degree in organ playing.
Yeah,
bass player, John
every
Paul
band has that weird standout song that you go, huh? You go Jane's Addiction. You go, why are we listening to Ben Caught Stealing? This song sounds like nothing out of their whole catalog.
Does it?
Yeah, their whole catalog's totally on an atmospherical plane, and this isn't.
Like Queensryche with Silent Lucidity.
Yeah,
Silent Lucidity doesn't sound like any Queensryche song.
Yeah, you just wonder how. I don't know if it's lightning striking them at a weird moment, or if it's just like interjected songs. I don't know. But
well, going back to the Adam Ant stuff. So
yeah, Adam Ant.
I think you went into it with. Here's the thing: if you're going to do that,
I think I expected more.
That's what I was going to say.
I should have set the bar lower.
Yeah, you came into it with high expectations.
I did. I was thinking. I was getting giddy inside, going, "Ooh, I'm going to discover Adam Ant. I can't wait to tell my friends." And then I was like, "Ugh."
But that's the thing. You really gotta moderate those expectations going into it. You need to go into it just saying, "Let's see what's here." And also, don't forget, back when we were kids, teenagers, we used to talk about the fact that you can't really give an opinion on an album until you've had it in your car stereo for like a week.
That's true. That's
true. You've got to let it
true.
sink in and digest a bit.
And different moods. Your different
Yes.
moods. Like if you're depressed, then you got to be happy. You got to see which mood it kind of works for. I'm cruising on the road. You got to find your mood for that.
So it's not always going to wow you. Like if somebody goes, "What's the best Alice in Chains song?" I don't know. I could point to one. It's sort of a whole thing taken together.
It's the whole big picture. Yeah,
Right.
Stone Temple Pilots. It's a whole big picture.
Yeah.
It's not one song.
No. No.
Yeah.
No. It's seeing consistency, you know,
Yeah.
in all the different things, you know, like.
And
So-
the mood you're in when you hit, you know,
Yeah,
When
and
you press play, what mood are you in?
I've definitely had the expectation thing with like movies and stuff like that. Like Elysium with Matt Damon. That's one of those South African guy who did District 13.
I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, like the first time I watched it, I had big expectations going into it, and boy, I was like, ugh. This
Yeah.
movie. But
You
then
almost got to treat. Remember how we used to go to the dollar store or dollar theater?
Yeah.
I'd say to myself, if I paid $15 for this, I'd be pissed. I
Right.
paid $2 for this, and I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, when you come across
You know
a
what I
good
mean?
one.
So it's the dollar theater concept with music. You almost got to go, all right, let's try something.
Yeah, second time I saw Elysium, I had no expectations of it. It was just like looking for something to watch. It was right in front of me, and I was like, you know, I'll give it a second glance. Give it a second glance. It's a pretty solid movie.
Yeah.
You know, nothing to wow you, nothing to make you write home about, but you know, solid
Yeah.
enough.
But if you're part of that movie, you'd go, pretty proud of my work. You know, or
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
made the movie, you'd go, all right, I got what I, you know.
oh no, I mean, on a technical craftsmanship level, it's all solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, visual effects, the concept, the execution of everything, production design, visual effects are seamless. You know, it's cool. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's sort of subtle. It's not a slam, bang, let's blow shit up sort of movie. You know, but there's a lot of good stuff in
So
it.
I guess I should have lowered the bar on Adam Ant. Huh?
Definitely, you got to get yourself
I
neutral on the
did turn it
expectations.
off because I know how cool he can look. You know, in his videos, you know, he looks like a pirate. He's got hot chicks around him. I get it. But so I was like, all right, I'm not going to be blurred by the video. I'm just going to audio listen to it in the background.
Yeah. So I had seen, I like Adam Ant. But I had watched a video on YouTube, sort of like somebody put together like a biography on him or something like that. A couple of years ago I watched it. And it was interesting. It was all like, I think he got there because he had been doing some modeling
Oh.
and somebody gave him a record contract.
Oh.
And so he had a
That
friend of
explains
his
the
who I
fashion
think was
aspect.
the main guitar player guy. In the videos, he was always the guy with the blonde sort of flat toppy crew cutty thing. He had the leather jacket, and he had that big hollow body. Like,
You're right.
so he was doing that sort of Stray Cats-y sort of rock and roll sort of
rockabilly,
stuff.
piratey
sort of stuff.
rockabilly thing.
That's it. So that dude, so I think those two are writing the song. So Adam Ant really wasn't a musician, didn't know much about writing songs. He's got the guitar player guy. I think they wrote songs. There was also the fact that there were two incarnations of the bands, and I don't know what you were looking at.
Yeah.
There's Adam and the Ants, and there's Adam Ant.
I went Adam Ant. I don't remember noticing Adam and the Ants.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and
that might be a different angle.
that's what I was going to say. I can't remember exactly, but it was like they did like 2 or 3 albums on one and then 2 or 3 albums as the other, because it was like they had this record contract with some label and then they couldn't get out of the contract or whatever, and so they broke up the band and made a new band with a new name.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of thing, or something like that.
But I was hoping it would stay consistent. Like, I get lineup changes, you know, like a killer band, like one of the best bands, underrated, I always say, is Jellyfish. And Jellyfish had...
Jellyfish.
Yeah, you don't know Jellyfish?
Who the fuck's Jellyfish?
Oh my God, I'm going to have to turn you on to Jelly. But both albums are both beautiful pieces of work, but had different lineups, you know, and you go, just the two main dudes were the same. And you go, how did they pull this off? But they sound exactly like the same band, just a little more evolved on the second round. You know what I mean? So it's like, I like when there's a theme going on, but man, back in the late 80s or early 80s and late 70s, early 80s, into the mid 80s, boy, it was not unheard of for an album to get released where the band ran out of budget in the studio, and you'd hear the back. Remember, like those old Rat albums? You'd hear like the first 4 songs would sound pretty good and all layered up and double leads, and then the last 3 songs would be like, it sounds like they ran.
It's like a live take in the studio. They just hit record and-
Yeah, it's like, oh boy, it sounds like they ran out of time in the studio there.
I didn't know that first Rage Against the Machine album was done live takes in the studio.
I know, and that's why they're so killer.
I never thought about it until I saw a video on YouTube where a dude was gonna like re-engineer the Rage Against the Machine sound. So he went in and he was talking to Brendan O'Brien, and he went to the studio, and they're like, "This is how we did it," you know, and they're showing him literally how they did it. And they're like, "Oh, we were all standing in the room looking at each other and hit record." They're like, "We have these songs down dead to rights," you know, sort of thing. Like even that Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic with Rick Rubin that they did. it looks all cool, but they're just doing track by track.
Yeah.
There's some jam where because they were writing,
Yeah.
But
yeah, they wrote it there on. Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah, so when you listen to that first Rage Against the Machine album,
Rage is a different animal.
they just flip the switch and start the
that
engine.
just jumps out of the. To this day, it jumps out of the stereo.
I mean, it's a great mix.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's super tight. But with the Adam and the Ants thing, I know that when they got together, it was like 1980.
Right.
Like the first album came out like
so
82,
New Wave was
81, 82.
popping a little bit, but
Well,
not
it was
quite.
Not quite at all. It was coming out of punk.
Yeah.
Punk was starting to merge and get mainstreamy, so it wasn't cool anymore. And the new wave stuff was percolating underneath.
Right.
Because you think about all those, British, new
Yeah,
wave
those
bands,
synthy bands and those pop bands that were kind of
like ABC.
Yeah, but
Spandau
they
Ballet.
came from punk rock land. They're either pop land or punk rock land, but they're coming.
Yeah.
You could tell that you could hear a little bit touches of it.
Exactly, and even like the Police, that sort of shit came through.
Yeah, the new wave explosion, and then MTV just kind of.
So when Adam
Fortified.
Ant got signed and first started doing shit, it was like 1979, 80.
Yeah.
So he was literally trying to find a new sound, And like I said, he wasn't really much
Yeah, I
of a
guess in the
musician.
time capsule of it all, maybe it was kind of terrible. Maybe, I guess he was just trying, he's an English bloke, so I imagine he was just playing in some.
Because when you think about it, when you look at it on a piece of paper, they had that hollow body 50s guitar sort of sound, which can be really cool through like an overdriven amp.
Could be.
Like that Killing Joke song, 80s.
Yeah, it could be on a good day. Yeah.
Great. Like that sort of stuff is cool. Plus, he had two drummers. Plus, he had a horn section,
He did have a horn section, yeah,
which was fun.
and the keyboards.
I'm sure there's keyboards in there somewhere. Everybody had keyboards back then.
Right. Yeah, maybe that was an afterthought.
Yeah.
But at least he had the horns. He did have horns. Yeah, there was always a trumpet kind of.
Yeah, with the horn section, two drummers and like a 50s, style of guitar. It's like,
Yeah, it could have been from that.
it's not too bad.
Yeah, and when you think about it, yeah, because you think of those old English bands that were like Madness and things like that.
Yes.
Those they almost ska. They're coming from that land.
Yeah, it's ska, which they called it. Well, see, over in England, they had a whole period called skiffle.
Cool.
So, and skiffle bands have been around for a long time. So, if you ever listen to the Beatles talking about the early days, they'll talk about that. Paul McCartney had his own skiffle band. John had a skiffle band. They had seen each other's skiffle bands play, and then they got together from that. But the skiffle band stuff ended up kind of because skiffle is like some weird like lawn bowling game with like bowling pins.
Surprised no one's called their band the Skiffles.
It's not a thing over here.
No, well, somebody's got to start the Skiffles, man.
I mean, like over here, we don't even call it like probably now we call it pop music, but
Yeah.
in the 80s and 90s, there was no pop music here. But that was in England. That was a whole thing, going back to the 50s. Top of the Pops was their American Bandstand.
Well,
The American Bandstand, why was it a bandstand? That's going back to the 1890s and John Philip Sousa
that's-
sort of stuff.
Well, there's no trains in Soul Train.
No gold and solid gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so with the Adam Ant stuff, so they were sort of feeling their way along. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Granted, there was not a lot of good songwriting.
I almost think maybe he was too ahead of the curve. I don't want to say ahead of the curve. He might have arrived too early. If he would have came 5 years later when producers and everything knew how to mold a band or an image like his, they could have done it properly.
Yeah.
I think he might have been in the first wave.
Yeah.
And therefore didn't get kind of the tutelage he deserved.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I don't think he was much of a musician. Maybe he had been doing some singing.
Yeah, he
or-
plays guitar. I've seen him doing like acoustic stuff, but
Well, now.
he's learned that over the years. But
Yeah. I mean, for all I know, he had sang a little bit, and then somebody like, hey, let's make you a pop star. He's like, okay, and then he gets the guitar player guy who I don't know lived in his building or something like that, or maybe he had jammed with him in a band. I don't know. But I remember watching that sort of documentary on YouTube. I'm sure it's out there. You can dig it up.
Yeah.
It's interesting though.
Well, that's kind of the point. I was thinking like just because music to me, I'm totally jaded. I know how it's done. I know it all. I've heard it all. So that's why I get more enthused. Like there's gaps in my memory of things that I passed up along the way when I was too cool for school, and I didn't appreciate when they were there. So now I'm backtracking on shit.
All right, I'll throw one out there.
All right.
I, at the time, sort of hated this band because MTV played them so much.
Okay.
But in retrospect, I kind of love them and love their songs.
Right.
They never get mentioned when people talk about the 80s.
Okay.
But their sound is the quintessential 80s sound.
Ooh, okay.
Thompson Twins.
Oh, yeah, you like the Thompson Twins. Yeah. I thought you were going to say Tears for Fears. But Tears for Fears are getting their renaissance. They're getting their flowers now.
They got their flowers back then, too.
Yeah.
Tears for Fears was like REM. They were critical darlings.
Yeah.
But go back, look at Thompson Twins.
Thompson Twins. That's a Hold Me Now? Hold Me Now? Yeah.
Go and look
Girl
at their...
singer?
Yeah, yeah. There was a girl, there was a white guy, there was a black guy.
She had the white pompadour.
Yep.
He had the white, yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Black trench coat.
Yep. They had, with the untied
You're right.
Converse,
There was like
Chuck
a noir
Taylors.
video going on. They had a noir video, didn't they?
They had so many videos.
Yeah.
They had a lot of hit songs.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many albums they had. I think at the time it was like 2 or 3 albums, maybe 4. But they were killing it. They were always solid, real good hooks in the songs.
Okay.
And if you listen to like the synth pads and the tones that they get, it's classic 80s. They got the classic 80 shangly guitar sound, ching, with the reverb.
Yeah, the mass delays and the clean Stratocasters.
Yeah, that's it. The Canyon Echo and the synth sounds. I don't know if there was just the Yamaha DX7. You know what I mean? There were only a couple of synths out at that time that people were using.
What did I texted you a few days back. I was listening to something else I went into, but I didn't get too far because I got sidetracked. Oh, I was doing the Melvins.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Now the Melvins, okay, their tones were pretty good. I like the guitar tones. Buzz tuned
it's like oversaturated.
And he used to tune down to D. He was the first ones that really dropped that E string down to D, and use it in that sense. I found the songs very bland. They kind of didn't really go well, they kind of went where I could see where he's getting it, but there just wasn't not enough to chew on emotionally.
Yeah.
It's like the Meat Puppets. It's like you go, they're kind of dull.
Yeah.
And but the Melvins, there was a couple songs that I was like, wow, that's kind of a snappy mix. That's kind of cool. But the song kind of went nowhere, had dumb words. And, it just didn't do it for me personally. I don't know what they'll...
Yeah, I don't know much about them. I mean,
maybe because they're just friends and they're respected by the rock stars we all liked. They're pioneers of the Seattle sound, but they didn't get their flowers properly either. But they kind of do in cool guy circuits. I
think they're one of those nihilistic noise bands, which doesn't translate to record.
Yeah, maybe live. I bet you live it probably would.
I bet you live it is a thing.
Yeah, it's like Guar. Guar on record sucks, but go to a Guar show, it's going to be fucking great.
I mean, if you're going to say Guar, you may as well throw in Kiss, because that was the whole thing with Kiss as well. They had the visuals, the live. I saw Kiss live once. You were there. We were there together.
We saw them without the makeup.
Yeah,
I've never seen them with the makeup.
Animalized tour in '87. Yeah. But there's a moment where I'm standing there and it clicks in my head. This is Kiss. These guys know how to put on a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nuts and bolts, like live on the stage, they're putting on a good show. I'm not thrilled about the music.
Yeah, a little goofy.
Right, but these guys know how to put on a solid show.
Yeah, it sounded good. It was fine. It was fine. It was right where it should be. Yeah, but I would think, yeah, you're right. I probably, like Melvin's in a small, sweaty bar would be
Can you imagine it all smoked up and the lights, and it's going to be like feedback so loud.
Yeah, and just drinking Pounder Pabst Blue Ribbons.
Yeah, and it's just going to be some
wearing a leather jacket
for like 7 minutes, and then
right.
I'm sure in a live sense it's impressive, but they can't capture it on record.
That's what I think it was. Maybe it was just the record I was listening to just didn't have it captured at all. And I was like, this is kind of falling flat. This is not translating. But you're right. Now that I think of it, they're probably made for the live show.
All right, so I'll say Thompson Twins.
Okay.
Definitely check out for that 80s stuff. Their songs are pretty good and catchy.
All right.
They had a bunch of them.
All right.
But for a Melvin swap out, what about Caius?
I don't know anything about them.
I don't know anything about Caius either. But
They're
once
well
again,
respected. Isn't that what's his name from
it is.
Queens of the Stone Age?
Yep, both
he
of
was
those
a young kid then.
both of those statements are true.
Yeah.
Yep. It's with Josh Homme from
Caius.
Queens of the Stone Age. And they were like a stoner doom rock band out of Bakersfield or something.
Sure, they were the start of the desert rock movement.
Yeah, they were like Modesto or something. I don't know. There was someplace north of LA,
Yeah, it almost felt like slow stoner skate punk.
Yeah.
But slowed down.
Yeah, I don't know if I think maybe I saw one of their songs on MTV back in the day.
Yeah, they had a video, but I think we overlooked it because we were just kind of on to more grander things.
Well, we
were just T-shirt kids,
Yeah, we were never much into the sludgy, doom rock,
No,
sludge
and
rock.
if I did, it would be like, oh, I like Monster Magnet, but I mean, Monster Magnet didn't get their flowers. I'm a huge fan, but
they weren't really sludgy though. But I mean,
they could be.
I mean, they were chunking along.
Yeah.
I mean, they were like sort of like
Caius was like a T-shirt and sneakers version, way real grassroots.
Yeah, like slow, dirgy sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't like. I like thrash music. I like hard hitting, upbeat, aggressive stuff. So if it was slow, I was like,
yeah, I don't know why they didn't hit my radar.
Unless it was like a metal grind,
Like Caius, I don't know anything about him. I guess
right.
I'm sure people that know are yelling at the screen right now. Try out the second record.
Yeah. I'm sure the people that know.
Yeah.
But I don't know much about them. So I mean, you could swap out and say, okay, Melvin's wasn't grabbing you. Try Caius.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad one.
But I hear they're good. People like them. I guess.
But that's I'm not. You're right. I'm gonna put that down. Because that is a whole other thing. Seeing a band live is a whole different animal. I told you, one of the best shows I ever saw, and they're crappy on the record. Like, I can't... Live, 311.
Oh, yeah?
I went to a 311 show. They went... The place was... It was like a Deadhead show, Happy Mosh Pit, with beach balls and Happy Mosh Pit and nitrous tanks. And it was insane. And I had the best time of my life. And the songs, I knew all the songs, and I was having a good time. And then I'm thinking, 311. And I listened to them on the radio or the record, and I was like, kind of thin, kind of falling apart here. It's kind of thin and weak.
Well, some of those early albums,
their mix was thin.
Yeah, well, it was like early 90s.
Yeah,
like 91, 92, 93.
Yeah.
Like,
but translating live was like a whole different animal. Like, oh, you got to see 311 live, man, and be in the pit there, this Happy Deadhead mosh pit.
Yeah,
it was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
So live, you're right. The Melvins, I got to see that live. But records, I'm done with that. I don't have time for that shit. Records.
Yeah, they definitely seem like the sort of like noise rock.
Yeah, let's go to an indie bar. Let's put on our leather jackets and drink Pabst Blue
I'm telling
Ribbon.
you, it's going to be six minutes of feedback before.
And then.
Honestly, I imagine it's 6 minutes of feedback, and then the band goes, boom. They hit one note and let it ring out for another 2 minutes.
Yeah, and then Buzz going, put your fucking beers in the air. Yeah. and then, 500 sweaty dudes are putting their beers in the air.
Or just start spouting like random poetry, something. Like, oh my God. Like if you were hammered, like, oh, I bet it was a thing. I bet you're like, this is the greatest thing ever.
The Melvins. Yeah, we all have Melvins patches on our jean jackets.
Yeah, again, because for all you know, that's what was going on.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
91,
There's a reason Soundgarden was called Soundgarden.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because they were writing tight songs that everybody knows from Soundgarden. I've got the first couple of Soundgarden CDs.
They're
like
not
Ultra
very
Mega
good.
OK and what was that?
Loud Love or Louder Than Love or something.
Yeah, Louder Than Love, I think. Yeah.
That shit was not that great.
Songwriting-wise, it was not that great.
Yeah, not that great. But yeah,
they
small
were good.
bar,
They
I'm
were
sure
tight.
it was killing it.
That's what I'm saying. In a small, like it was like a Soundgarden. It was just probably like just, you know how that shit used to go. I used to see that sort of stuff a lot down at State Street Tavern.
Yeah,
back in
and
the
old
day.
bars. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, especially in the early 90s. It was hard to translate how insane, and killer live bands were. They weren't all this processed bullshit that you have nowadays.
No. No, I mean, everything.
And when you heard a kick
gelled
drum
together.
kicking and moving air, it was... You could feel it in your chest.
That was the thing. You guys used to have that sound guy that you'd rent from Ohio, John Sabo.
Yeah.
he was known for his kick drum sounds. He dialed those kick drums
It would
in.
be like,
It was like snappy and like,
yeah.
so. Now it's so common because the gear is so good.
Yeah, it's triggered and everything's just.
I know everybody keeps saying triggered. I don't think triggered is what people think triggered is.
But just mass compression and things are just good, just better gear. Back then, things were just big and open and they're like a big lumbering ship, like a big pirate ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a freight train.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, kids don't understand the sweat of it all. The sweat of rock and roll and metal in the late 80s, early 90s. Boy.
Well, the power of it, man.
Yeah, even the bad bands seemed good, you know?
Yeah. You could definitely have, there were definitely, mediocre bands that were like, like their song choice wasn't good. And, you didn't really enjoy what they were playing or whatever, but, they got a good sound, man, and man, they made it fucking sound good.
Yeah.
They got good gear, so.
Things are sounding good.
It's sort of easy to do if you just threw all the cash at it, but,
Yeah.
So.
Wait, we got to go back. We got to rewind the tape here.
Yeah.
What you said real quick, give me an elevator pitch. What are you watching, Mike?
Oh, okay, here's what I'm watching. So first off, we can discuss this one.
Sure.
And then the next one I'll throw at you. I don't think you've watched any of this, but holy cats. So I was watching on Netflix Beef.
Oh, yeah, I like Beef.
Yeah, you saw
Stephen
Beef.
Yen
Yep.
from Glenn on Walking Dead.
Glenn on The Walking Dead, and Ali Wong.
Ali Wong, she's real good in it, too.
Surprisingly good actress. Has she done acting before?
I don't know, unless she's just done bit parts, like the friend, The Friend.
Right?
Yeah, The Friend in a rom-com.
Yeah, I feel like yeah.
I don't know.
Everybody's been a friend in a rom-com.
Yeah, all female comedians are friends in a rom-com.
Anybody can do it. LeBron James did it in Trainwreck.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can be the friend in a rom-com. But I think you're right. Andrew Santino's in it, and I think it was on one of his shows, one of his podcasts. He had mentioned Beef season 2 coming or something like that. Which, after watching it, I mean, I don't know.
They kind of wrapped it up. You're like, what are they going to do?
What are we doing? A prequel?
Yeah.
What the fuck? But I don't know if we want to spoil cast it and like really talk about it or anything like that, or just sort of clue people into that it was good. It was really well done. It's really well written, and it's very interesting.
And every episode is kind of like another deepening of the story. I mean, what starts as a fender bender and fuck you, head me off in traffic turns into a whole thing.
Yeah, spiraling.
Yeah, it just doesn't stop.
Man, and it gets like nuttier and nuttier and more like
more layers to each character.
It's like spider web tendrils. Like before you know it, you're like 2 episodes from the end, and you're like, this is a mess.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
Like, how did you get into this point?
Yeah,
and from a narrative writing point of view, is impressive.
I remember us loving it, and we didn't. I don't think we even bragged about it. That was one of those ones you just watch and you go, that was so good, man. But I don't remember telling anybody. And I'm glad you found it on your own. I didn't even have to tell you about it. But when you told me you were watching that, brought it all back, and I was like, that's right, that was super good.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
And you forget how good Stephen Young is. Like, he was in that one movie we reviewed. What was that Matt Damon movie?
Oh, the Ripped?
Yeah,
Rip?
He was in The Rip.
The Rip.
We reviewed that one. He was in that one. He was good in that. Yeah. And he was killer in Walking Dead. So you forget that he is a good actor, man.
Oh, yeah. I've seen him in a bunch of other stuff before. His brother. I've seen his brother in something. Do you recognize him? I meant to look him up.
Well, this is where I don't want to sound racist at all, but I don't know what his brother...
Oh, it's been a while since you watched it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched it when it was fresh off the tap.
Okay. We'll search Beef Cast.
Beef Cast.
Yeah, Young Mazzino.
Change the name of our podcast to that.
Should.
Beef Cast.
Young Mazzino is the kid's name. Oh, he was in The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
Did you watch The Last of Us?
Oh, yeah.
He was, did you watch the second season?
Yeah.
He was the guy that had the baby with the girl.
Oh, yeah.
He was that husband guy.
Yeah, he was kind of younger, though.
Yep.
Yeah, younger.
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit more well-built than Stephen Young would be.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. In Beef. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's ripped in
Oh,
Beef.
that's right. Yeah, I didn't put the two of them together.
I kept looking at him and being like, God, where do I know him from?
Yeah,
Last of Us. That's what it was.
He was good in Last of Us.
Yeah, he was great. No, he's a real good actor. I mean, yeah, that Beef show was really good. Like, I was like, it got fairly crazy with the story and how it's just things are just spinning out of control. You know?
Yeah.
And it's almost like cringeworthy where you're like, ooh, don't do that, ooh.
Yeah, ooh, don't do that, come on. Yeah. I like when they, because my girlfriend does that too. She'll go, oh my gosh, don't do that, you know. And that cringe, I like that edge of your seat. Oh, he's not going in there, is he? He's not really going to go in that building, is he? Oh God, don't say that.
It's sort of fun. Like that's like third season of Sopranos for me with Ralph Cifaretto. Like every time he's on screen, you're like, oh, don't say that. Oh God, shut your mouth. You're gonna get killed. Stop it. You know, yeah, that's fun. But that beef was really good. I really
highly
enjoyed it. Highly recommended. If you got Netflix and you haven't seen Beef, check it out.
Have you told your girlfriend about the Beef?
She's not really watching anything out where she's at now because they have a small TV. So she's like, I'm not really enjoying anything. So when she comes back, there's boatloads of stuff to watch.
Yeah, she's got to catch up.
So, you know me. The first time I watch something, I don't analyze it. I just sort of suspend my disbelief, get rid of the expectations, and just take it at face value. Try and look at what is the filmmaker trying to tell me with this story.
That's what you want. Yeah.
Which is why sometimes when we come across like a bad movie that doesn't work, it's because they aren't trying to tell us anything.
Yeah.
They're just like, get the feels, and it's like that doesn't work.
Yeah. Or I've been liking lately is brown bag in the movie. Like I'm trying not to watch these trailers because some trailers.
I didn't know anything about Beef going into it, other than it's those two stars. It had something to do with I thought it was a traffic accident, but it was just a road ragey, like a minor road ragey.
Yeah, it just all stemmed from this incident of road rage.
Yeah, which wasn't even that much of anything.
Yeah, it's just you cut me off in traffic.
Yeah, and then even then, it's not like they went crazy with it. You know?
No.
There's a little bit of chasing and horn honking, and then he cut through somebody's front lawn at one point.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's sort of minor, you know, in the picture thing. But, man, does it just escalate in weird ways. And then they've got this whole existential undercurrent thing, you know. It's real interesting. It's real well done.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there are parts where it's like, oh my God, come on. This is completely unbelievable at this point. But it's entertaining.
Yeah.
And it keeps you sucked in.
Yeah. And it goes to show you, too, like, you know, because I had a road rage incident the other day, actually coming back from the mic the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got super mad. But you never know what the other person's going through. And this is a prime example of a show that'll tell you what they're going through and what they see from their point of view. And what's going, you know.
You know, leaving the open mic the other night, I was sort of, I think I ended up behind one of the fucking comedians or something like that.
Oh, yeah?
And he was driving, west on the street or whatever. So he was like in front of me the whole way. He was like, he was doing the speed limit the whole way. I was like, come on, dude, hurry up.
Well, he's doing the speed limit.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know, that's me. I know that's a me thing. Because it's like either everybody's going too slow for me or everybody's driving crazy around me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like one way or the other. That's why I know the problem's me. This is my perception.
We were at a red light, and across from me, facing me, was a Tesla, a blue Tesla, and there I'm facing. The light turns green, and he decides to go very fast and pull right in front of me. And I go, honk, and I lay it on the horn, and he stops immediately and blocks, has his ass in the intersection. And I got to turn and go down that road. So I go around him, and I'm holding on my horn going, turn the wheel. And then he creeps forward and then puts on his brakes and his flashers. And then here comes another car coming up. And I'm like, oh shit. So I get behind him and the car passes, and then I go, and I go around him. And then he proceeds to follow me. And I'm thinking to myself, but I'm thinking to myself, that's all right. That's all right. He cut me off first, so I'm in the right. It's not like I did anything. I overreacted, but he made the mistake. But then we kept going down Pittsburgh Avenue, got all the way to the railroad tracks, all the way to the Starbucks on 12th Street, and he pulls into the big lots there, and I kept going. And I had the window down, motherfucker. But he's blinking the lights. But he's got a Tesla, so his shit's getting recorded the whole time. He's on 360 cam, so it'll clearly show that he fucking, he was taunting me.
Oh man!
But I was like, ah! When you ever lay on the horn on somebody, it's one thing to lay on the horn, but you ever have the horn laid on you and not stop the horn? It's like yelling, fuck yeah. It's like middle fingers.
I'm just going to have to plead the fifth on this.
You've never done it? Oh, you've done it.
Do you know what pleading the fifth is?
I might incriminate myself?
Right.
All right. Yeah, I know. I had road rage. I got road rage. But now, I hate to sound like a bougie elitist here, but the dude had a Tesla, and he was coming in aggro. And to me, I was reading the room like...
I think about making that move sometimes in the morning going to work.
Yeah.
Like I can drive to work, and I don't really have to stop for anything because I'm making rights and this sort of stuff. Or like the lights time out pretty good. Like I can get to work pretty good. And then right at the head of my street where I work, I got to make a left.
Yeah.
And there's always people fucking coming from the other direction. Some days it's just a couple of cars and then I can make my left, no big deal. Some days it's a line of cars that'll go from green light to green light.
Yeah.
Or red light to red light, the whole time. And so sometimes it's like, I end up getting out the door fucking way too late for work. I'm barely making it in time all the time. It's like, fuck it, it's annoying. I know it's me, but...
So you were thinking maybe you could do what the Tesla did and make the quick left before...
Yeah, because crosswise, it's the street coming up out of my industrial plaza, then this other road that goes down into like a housing development. So there's almost no cross traffic.
Yeah.
So I sit there and I think to myself, I'll just turn left on this red light. I get the jump.
Yeah.
And I always talk myself out of it. I'm like, no, don't. Yeah. Don't do the crazy dumb aggro move.
Yeah. He went aggro, and it was a Tesla going aggro, which made me extra mad.
Because they can do it because they've got that quick response.
All right, yeah.
Because he can get through that intersection before your transmission even winds up.
Right, that's what he was doing, and I laid on that horn, and he stopped. And his tail end was sticking out, so I couldn't get past him without making a wide turn and turning around him.
And so, no, I'm not even going to get into it. I was just going to be like, what do you think the person that was driving that Tesla, what sort of person do you think they were?
Well, we know,
yeah.
He's an entitled asshole.
Let's not even get into it.
Yeah, entitled asshole.
Let's just leave it there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if it was an Escalade, I would have been maybe a little bit more cautious. Or I don't want to profile the driver of a car by the kind of car they drive, but if it was a K car, I'd be like, fuck off.
I can just tell you generally in Arizona, that stuff is not good to do at all.
I know. I should have just let him go and gone, what an asshole. And but I got
or give him the bam, but you can't sit there and like leave it on like you just went head on into a traffic.
I left it on. I could have given him a quick toot. I should have given him the toot, but I went for the train horn,
Yeah.
So I overdid it. I overdid it. But
yeah. Yeah. I hear you. I try not to indulge.
But he was taunting. He stopped and put on the blinkers and
But he didn't get out of the car.
No, he didn't. He just put on the blinkers. Like, what are you going to do, motherfucker?
Because in Arizona it can be a
who knows? Yeah, that could have been a nut job in that car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, could have been. Yeah, he could have been carrying.
He could get out, grab a baseball bat, smash your windshield, get back into his car and drive away. Then what?
Right. Yeah, smash out a windshield. Yeah, and I'm in my girlfriend's car. I'm in the girlfriend's car.
And then you got a spiderweb windshield that you can't see out of to even drive home. Then what?
Yeah, exactly.
Or he comes out with like a crowbar and just sticks it through your radiator in front of your car.
Right.
Then
or
what?
Shoot a tire out. And I'm sitting in the middle of the street with a flat tire.
Yeah. And plus the thing is you ever watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? They were doing a podcast, and they were talking about, so Rob McElhenney on there as like if somebody, they call it Rob Justice.
Okay.
he goes with the kids to get In-N-Out burgers one day. And some entitled dude in a big Mercedes-Benz comes and starts muscling his way into the line.
Oh.
Rob's not standing for it, And so, so he's telling the story about how he almost got into a fight at the In-N-Out drive-thru. And he's like, it's psychotic. He's like, I don't know how to fight. I don't know anything about this other guy. I'm there with my kids. He's like, what am I going to do? He's like,
It's true.
It's like, it's stupid. It's like, and Bert Kreischer talks about this too. He's like, you, in your mind, you think you can fight, and you think you're a tough guy.
Yeah, for that split second, when you hit 10.
That's the Rob Justice. I gotta teach you a lesson,
Motherfucker.
That's it. But it's like, you don't know how to fight. You can get hurt, or maybe you get the drop on him. You punch him. He falls down, hits his head, and dies, and then you go to jail for murder.
Yeah.
Yikes. Joe Rogan was talking about this the other day about street fights.
Oh,
and Joe Rogan's like, street fighting is. He's like, I've been doing martial arts since I was like 15. He's like, I've always avoid street fights. Street fights are no good. He's like, it's all bad.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, you never know what can happen.
No, and these days there's so many people that are actually taking UFC sort of stuff. I don't know if you know, but they got Gracie Jiu-Jitsu right down there in Green Garden and 12th.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So you come across one of these, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu guys, like, you don't have a chance.
Yeah.
I don't have a chance.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, or it could have been like a 16-year-old girl could have got out and beat my ass.
She could get out with a little baseball bat and just smash your
hose
windshield.
me down with mace, fucking punch me in the face.
They could just have a can of spray paint, walk up to your car and just spray paint your car.
And this the beef show is a prime example of that.
Oh my God, yeah, that's how we got on this whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
Yeah,
so you never know. All right.
The beef show is very interesting, very intriguing.
Yeah, road rage. Yeah. And I wonder if he wrote that like that. You imagine like you're trying to think of a movie idea and you just have a road rage incident. And then you just keep adding what if.
Yeah, because that's what it felt like. It felt
like what if this happened?
They just keep adding layers to it.
Yeah, it kept unfolding.
This thing, that thing, yeah. And it was like, and it got to a point where it was like, half, I think it's like, 10 episodes or something like that. It got to where like 4 or 5 episodes in, and it was like, you guys like, it's like they would stop fucking with each other and then just like, and then rekindle the fires. Like, and it was like, why?
Yeah.
Like, you guys haven't even been interacting with each other for like, like a week and a half, and it's like, just let it go. Just don't, but then they get mad about something in their life and they just go to take it out on this other person. It was like, it's nutty. It's nuts.
it's bananas.
It is. It's crazy nuts bananas.
I know.
But the way they tell the story and spool it out, it sort of makes sense until it doesn't, you know what I mean? But yeah, good show.
Beef.
Yeah.
Beef. You're going to want to see beef.
Yeah, beef's really good. That's on the Netflix. It's from like last year or something like that.
Yeah, year 2, maybe 2. Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Yeah, it might have been from 2024. Okay. So this other series.
Uh-oh.
It was like last night I popped it on.
Yeah.
I ran through all of it.
In one night?
So it's 8 episodes, I believe.
You went through 8 episodes?
I went through
No wonder you're tired.
6 episodes.
Okay.
I went through 6 episodes. And then I watched the 7th one after work today.
Oh, no wonder you're tired.
And then the very last episode I haven't watched yet.
Oh, God. All right. Oh, so you got the finale when you get home.
This thing is, it's like beef in how it's like, the stuff just on spools and it's like layer upon layer.
Oh,
and it
boy.
just keeps getting nutty and nuttier where you're like, don't do that.
What channel?
HBO.
HBO, okay. What is it?
Remember that movie we did, Friendship?
Friendship.
It's Paul Rudd.
Yeah. And that guy,
that guy.
Yeah.
It's him.
Oh, he's in something.
He's in this.
He's the new king of cringe.
This is his show.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Chair Company.
Chair Company, that's it. Okay, so Chair Company, huh?
You haven't watched it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, God.
I saw the trailer and it was totally cringe.
Dude, it is off the rails. It's really well done.
Yeah.
It's really well put together. But it's It is like beef with all that dude's cringy stuff on top of it.
Wow.
It is something.
Wow. So it's kind of like, did they take a page out of the Friendship book? Remember the movie Friendship we watched?
Oh, dude, it makes Friendship look like a kindergarten, socializing class.
Yeah.
I mean,
who's that guy? What's his name again?
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson. Yeah, he is the master of cringe.
Yep. Just lost the.
We lost the orb of truth.
Lost the orb. Yeah, he. I think he developed the show. Him and some other guy. I think they developed it together, and they write a lot of the episodes.
Okay.
I think the other guy might even be directing, or maybe that's somebody else directing. I don't know. But he's definitely in on the creation and writing stuff like that. So I feel like it's his sort of setup. But once again, it is really well written. The characters are all sort of suspect.
Yeah.
Like every character, you're like, well, that guy's kind of odd, you know?
Really?
Yeah, a lot of cringy stuff. Really interesting. Like I don't know what's going on. That's why I'm taking a minute to pause and let it sink in.
So it's not weird like Severance weird, is it?
Oh, it is.
Oh, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Is it kind of, I don't want to say supernatural, but kind of like bizarre like that?
Yeah.
Like Severance?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not based in reality.
I don't know. Here's the premise. So he's got a job. He's working for some company. They're some sort of, I don't know, design place. He's heading up designing some new mall that they're going to put in somewhere. So they're having this where they're announcing the new project, and he's going to be the head of the new project or whatever.
Sure.
So it's a big presentation thing on a stage in front of the whole company or whatever. He does his little speech. He goes to sit down in the chair. The chair collapses under him. He's so mad about this chair.
Right.
He's got to get some retribution for it. He's like, I just want to talk to someone about it, tell them about it, and I want an apology. And so...
Oh, hence the name of the chair company.
So he goes trying to track down this chair company.
Wow. Okay. I can see where this is unfolding.
It ends up being like, he calls the number and it's not the actual place. It's one of those services that answers calls for a whole bunch of different companies.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, how can I talk to him? Like, well, we can't give you the number or whatever, And so it's like it makes him madder.
Yeah.
And so then he starts because he's so obsessed with it, it starts taking over his life. So he starts neglecting the work stuff because he's spending all his time on the computer trying to research this chair company.
Right.
And find out, who's behind
leave it to
it,
him
where
to be the guy. Because he just adds an extra layer of cringe.
Oh my God, it's so well done.
Okay.
It's so well done.
All right.
Man, I mean, it's fun, but it's sort of like not fun.
Yeah. All right.
Dude, the chair company.
I'll try it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Because we've been looking for something to kind of, I don't want to obsess over, but something like that like we can watch and,
Dude, you'll end up binging it, man. It gets to the end of the episode and you're like, oh my God. Like, remember how Bert's, Free Bert?
Yeah.
Where he made it so that when the episode ends, you're like, oh shit. Chair companies like that as well.
Oh.
So it gets to the end, you're like, I gotta see what's happening next.
Wow. Yeah, and you've still got a finale to go.
Yeah.
Which should be great. Huh.
I mean,
now also, weren't you were telling me too, you watched the first season of The Pit. Did you get all the way through?
I did. Got all the way through hour 15.
Even the festival shooting? You got through all the whole part?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Pit Fest, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I did all that. Which, once again,
The Pit.
Narrative, yeah, the Pit on HBO. And
yeah, we liked it. I liked it just because it'll go from super heavy to super light to super, in the context of their day, of their one guy's got a finger, and then the next one's a gunshot wound, and so every story that they move around and and they're all the nurses and doctors are interacting.
Yeah,
with the levity of each situation.
Yeah, and if you don't know, the whole setup is that each episode is 1 hour in the ER.
Yes.
So it's all one day.
Yeah.
Which makes it interesting. So you start the day and you're with Noah Wyle, which they also have on HBO, all 15 seasons of ER. So you can actually watch Noah Wyle
Yeah.
grow up on ER.
Yeah, he was young then. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the young guy.
Yeah, he's good. He's real good in this, though. How good is he in this?
Oh, everybody's real good in this.
Yeah.
I think, you know what I wanted to check on this one was the blonde-haired lady that is.
And wants to retire at the end?
Yes.
That she gets punched in the eye?
Yeah. Hang on one second.
Yeah. Yeah, she looked familiar.
Yeah.
I was thinking she might have been a side character on Nurse Jackie or something like that, but maybe not.
Yeah, I want to look her up real quick. I think I know who she is. The Pitt cast. Oh, no, it is not who I thought. Okay. Her character's name is Dana Evans. The actress is Catherine LaNasa.
I don't know.
I thought she was Beth Broderick, who was one of Sabrina the Teenage Witch's aunts in the ABC.
Okay. Yeah, I never watched that.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch series.
So yeah, the Pitt, yeah, and now there's a couple things like my girlfriend being a nurse. She said, "All right, that's not how we do it." But that's pretty close. She says, of all, I mean, of course there's foibles. That's not how protocol happens for that.
No.
But generally, just like we hate musician things that are filmed wrong, she hates nurse shows that are filmed wrong, and the jargon's wrong. Well, she said, all right, it's pretty close. It's in the 80% zone.
I mean, super heavy on the jargon.
Yes.
Heavy on the jargon.
Yeah, but fairly accurate. Fairly accurate.
Yeah. I guess so. But, in watching it, I mean, it's well written and all. And, it's sort of engaging because there's so many things going on and you're jumping around story to story or whatever. But ultimately, I got to say, it's like every other, medical show, drama, ER, St. Elsewhere type thing, which I haven't watched them since St. Elsewhere because that was
but those were always, those...
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
True, but they ended up being...
It's emotional manipulation.
With who?
Yeah, there is that aspect to it.
This one doesn't have who's sleeping with who.
Right, because you're just there at work that one day.
Yeah, one day, so they don't have time to get into...
Yeah, nobody's going home. We're not seeing anybody's apartment.
Yeah,
stuff like that. But they're in the ER, the hospital room, the ER, whatever. It's all designed and written for emotional exploitation, for emotional manipulation of the audience.
But isn't everything kind of?
I guess that's the dramatization of things.
Yeah, unless horror genre doesn't do that, but most genres do that,
especially on TV.
Yeah, don't mind me, I'm tying my shoe.
Because when they had the whole spoiler alert, if you haven't seen The Pit and you want to watch The Pit, go watch The Pit. I'm gonna try not to spoiler anything.
Yeah.
But when Noah Wiley's sort of stepson,
the stepson,
comes back to the ER, the way they write it and do it, everybody's glad to see him, everybody's happy to see him, he's popular, blah, 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 oh, everybody loves this kid, and then he goes to the music festival, and then there's an active shooter at the music festival. It's like, you can see where all this is going.
Oh, yeah, they're doing the dangle. Let's love this character because we're going to kill him later.
Right.
Or not kill him, but we're going to...
The Walking Dead type thing.
Yeah, it's The Walking Dead. We always knew in Walking Dead is when somebody had too much of a speaking role.
Love this character. Get to know them. Ah!
Yeah, once they save the day, that means they got their death notice.
Yeah, now you got to deal with the loss. Aha!
That's the dangle. They want you to love the character so that the loss is more profound. They can't be Star Trek red shirts.
In the Family Guy commentaries, they used to talk about this sort of writing, where one of the writers was like, "It's like you're getting beat over the head with a stick," and the writers are like, "Feel emotion now." It feels very manipulative.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, these Family Guy commentaries are pretty good.
Yeah, Family
but so you've got that, which is sort of annoying, and of course, you get this whole. Ghoulish watching a car crash type thing of like, ooh, let's see what this is.
Yeah.
But then to that end, I mean, there's other stuff there on HBO too, if you like that sort of thing. Because they have this one show that's like actual like that sort of stuff. With people actually coming into an emergency room with stuff that's so horrific they can't even show it to you on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I see. Even though that was fictionalized, it was real enough that like, oh, when they're like gonna put like a breathing tube and cutting open somebody's meat to get the tube in there, and it's like, I had to look away. That grosses me out. But she was like, oh no, they're actually doing it the right angle. That's how you do it.
Yeah, you know? all the practical effects and stuff looked pretty good. Because they're practical. Because I mean, I'm sure there's probably digital involved somewhere, but for the most part, it looks like in-camera stuff.
Yeah.
So if they're inserting a chest tube because they're going in between the fourth and the fifth ribs on the side, and they gotta drain some fluid or something like that. It seems like they're using either latex or a pig cadaver or something like that. Like there's something in front of the camera that's filming it. It's not all CGI sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah,
so it all looks pretty good, and you don't question it because of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like it all seems fairly realistically, really real sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But then again, they don't super dwell on it.
The only thing that left me confused, and she kind of, I don't know if she mentioned that, I don't know, we hadn't talked about this. Do ERs really have that many? There's a lot of random people in wheelchairs in the hallway. Well, now, I know they have lack of beds and they got to rotate everything.
Yeah, that's their whole running gag.
Yeah, but I mean, these ones are always like, "Hi, doctor, how you doing today, doctor?" And then that old lady sitting there for 5 episodes, she's in the hallway and saying hi to everybody.
All of them, all the episodes.
Yeah, or the
Until
black guys in the back there. So you see all these
that
extra
guy that's always wanting a sandwich.
Yeah, the sandwich guy, right? So you go, all right. Well, maybe it is but I guess maybe for one day, since it is one day, you would have one person.
Yeah, because they were talking about they had the one guy that was in the room, the Kraken.
Yeah.
He was there from the previous day, and he was still in there, and this and that. So, and I don't know, and they're definitely sort of trying to make a point, which they always do with these doctor and ER type shows.
That they're understaffed, and here comes
under budgeted.
And the boss from the upstairs office coming down saying, "We got to clear these beds. We need the beds." And then Noah Wiley's going.
They're not even talking about the beds. They're coming down from upstairs saying your patient satisfaction scores aren't high enough,
right? And
the parent company wants to bring in an outside company to manage the hospital.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you don't want some other people coming in and
Yeah. So yeah.
Telling you how to do it.
So there's multi-layers going on of their daily stress that they have to deal with. So you get an inside look at how hospitals get ran, for layman's terms.
Sort of, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little exaggerated, but I mean it's pretty close, I think.
The thing that didn't really click for me was, which you started to sort of see it when they had the whole Pit Fest incident, is the physical geographical layout of the space. Like, it seems like it's mostly taking place in that one room, and you got the central nurses station, and they got the TV with the
almost like a honeycomb.
And then around the outsides is all the rooms.
Yeah,
and so they got North 2 and South 4 and this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But then in the Pit Fest thing, when it was like a mass casualty event, they had, so that whole round room is just this room. Then over here is another one.
Yeah.
And over here is another one. There's another one over here.
Yeah.
So there's 4 of those in a thing. But you don't really get any sense of that until that point.
Yeah, the sense of scale.
Yeah, the fact that, this is just this area. I mean, they make it feel like this is the world. But there's not. There's one just like this over there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, so the scale gets a little bit jumbled here and there.
Yeah, because then when they start doing it in the Pit Fest, whole mass casualty event thing, it's sort of like you're not really getting the scale of it because you don't know. It's like you only get it if you pay attention and notice they just went through this door here and then another door, and now they're in another place. It looks much like this one, but it's not.
Right. Yeah.
Because this doctor's over here and this doctor's over there,
Yeah, and when they're looking at the board, you go, wait, I thought that's where they looked at the board, but I guess they're not looking at the board there.
Yeah, the slight differences and that sort of stuff. So I didn't really get a good sense of the geographical layout of things. But
the Pit, I recommend it. There is a second season. We haven't gone into it, but we were like, yeah, we'll get to that. We're kind of hoping for something different. But we liked the first season, so we liked it.
You get invested in the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the main thing.
Yeah, it's a quality show.
Yeah, and I do appreciate the fact that we're not delving into their romantic lives and their love lives, and we're going home with them. And
that's why I will not watch like a Grey's Anatomy or
ER.
any of those stupid. Yeah, the who's sleeping with who bullshit.
Because I pulled up, I was like, hey, let's see, if you like this, you might like, right? And they got ER, and I'm like, really? They got ER? And I pull up, it's all 15 friggin' seasons, and it says, the day-to-day activities of the people in the ER and their personal lives, and it's like, oh boy.
Yeah, I don't mind hearing about their personal lives. I just don't want their outside personal lives. Yeah, I don't want to see them in their street clothes. And when I like my hospital shows in the hospital. I don't know.
Yeah. We don't need to see the apartment that they live in and their troubles with their next door neighbor. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
That's not what we're here for.
Yeah. The only other one that does do that, where they break the wall like that, is Nurse Jackie is pretty good, though.
I've heard Nurse Jackie.
You've never seen it. You should. You actually should. Edie Falco's so good in that.
Yeah.
And Adam Ferrara's real good, too.
Oh, is he in there?
Yeah. He plays the extra boyfriend later on.
Yeah, I know that was Carmela's next show after Sopranos.
Yeah, she's real good in that. She put,
Because she had done, before that, she was in Oz.
Oh, yeah.
That's how she got on Sopranos.
That's right.
They didn't have Carmela cast. And it was like
Oz,
days before shooting, and the production people were like, we don't know who, because they thought they were going to have Lorraine Bracco be the wife, and then she's like, no, I want to be the psychiatrist Melfi, and then they didn't have a Carmela, and the guy at HBO reached out to Edie Falco because she was in Oz.
Yeah, she plays it good. She's perfect.
My God, she's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, Nurse Jackie, she plays a multi-layered character, Nurse Jackie, because she's a nurse. She does all the things, but she's also stealing the medication, and trying to balance cheating on her husband. So there's like 5 different balls coming in, and there's cringe moments where you go, oh my gosh, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, oh my gosh,
They're doing that in the pit, too. That one character.
Yeah.
That one character kept doing things. I'm like, don't do that, don't do that. Oh my God, I can't believe you're doing that.
Oh, the young kid?
No, the girl.
Oh, right. Oh, yes.
The girl that's the troublemaker.
Yes.
Because then when it gets to be like after shift and the next shift comes in, there's a black lady on that next shift that she's like, you are trouble. Yeah. And I'm like, she is trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody finally, called that out and realized it's not just me over here being
that's
like, she seems like she's trouble. Black lady's like, you are trouble. It's like, yeah, she is trouble.
Wow.
Holy cats.
Well, we went a lot. We went a lot. We did listening stuff. We did movies today. We did a lot today.
Yeah.
On today's episode.
We did.
I think we can bail. Because we got to do a Shlicketty review yet.
Yeah.
Got to hold that thought. We got to save some energy. We got to save some emotion.
Did you watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms then?
No, I just that one episode in. I only watched the first episode. I liked it. I mean, I wasn't blown away, but I liked the first episode. But everyone's telling me, all my friends who've seen it, a couple work people are like, you got to wait till you get to the end. Oh, you're going to like this.
It's nice. It's a great series.
Yeah.
It's a great series.
It builds. It
does. And the nice thing about it is that, like I said, it's not super high stakes. It's not the battle for the throne. It's very small, but it keeps it focused.
Yeah.
Like in Game of Thrones, it's like you're with Robb Stark, and then you're with Khaleesi, and then you're with Jon Snow, and then you're with Tyrion over here. You're all over the place with all these different storylines. With the Dunk and Egg, I mean, there's half-hour episodes, but you're just with Dunk and Egg. Mm-hmm. You're doing the thing that they're doing, so it keeps it very focused, and it moves along good. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not like the scenes are very long. Most of the scenes are very short. Maybe like 2.5 minute scenes, and then they're on to something else.
Yeah.
So
and it's rare that they make only half-hour episodes now. Of that especially. You go, wow, that went quick.
It's only 6 episodes.
Yeah, quick digest.
So
six and a half an hour. That's like a movie and a half.
Yeah, it's like 2 movies.
Yeah.
So it's about 3 hours total.
Yeah.
So, which isn't a lot of storytelling. But if you think about it in terms of, 90-minute movie, that's 2 90-minute movies. It's not bad.
Yeah. And I guess if you like that world, you're in the world, let's get a side story. I used to like Walking Dead would do these little vignettes online in the early days. they were kind of nice. You know, they're like little 8-minute things. You know, and you'd see from a totally different point of view of a character you'd never met yet. And you go, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I can see how that went down.
You know, if you guys are always looking for something to watch, I was thinking about this earlier. I'll mention it to you again. I'm not sure who has it. Somebody has it. I don't know if it's HBO maybe or Disney. Is that old BBC series Sherlock?
Oh,
Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman.
Yeah, the Cumberbatch one.
Once again, it's limited series. Like each season has 3 episodes, but each episode is like 90 minutes long. So each one is like a self-contained movie. In the first couple of episodes, you know, it's sort of clunky getting going, but second season hums along pretty good. Third season gets
And
really
a young Cumberbatch. He was young there.
Yeah, him and Martin Freeman. But the interaction between the two characters is really, really well done. You know, so
He is a masterclass actor, though. You know,
he's a what?
he's a masterclass actor, though.
Yeah.
Everything he's in is just like,
Yeah.
oh, I get it.
Well, it's him and Martin Freeman.
Yeah, I see why they
Freeman's
pay him
also-
big bucks.
Yeah, so the Sherlock is I would recommend that. You guys haven't seen it. You know, if you're looking for
I
something
think
to
I'm
watch.
going to try the Chair Company thing, though.
Oh, the Chair Company, you got
I know, and I don't want to watch the trailer. I have seen the trailer, but it's been a while, so
Don't
I
watch the
forgot
trailer.
it.
Don't watch the trailer. I don't know what's in the trailer. You don't need the trailer.
Yeah, I'm going to brown bag it for her, too.
I mean, when you bring it up on screen, it's got the little thing. It's like, this guy, you know, tries to track down the mysterious Chair Company. Okay, that's all you need to know.
Yeah. And that's one of those, I remember how when we watched Friendship, how Tina was like, this guy just doesn't get it. Who is this guy? Like, I hate him, but I like him, you know?
Yeah.
And it's going to be him again.
Oh, yeah.
And I noticed some other clips he was doing online. There's something on my Facebook feed he came up and he was doing like a short. And he was cringing that one, too. It's like, it's his whole schmick. I think that...
Yes. Yeah, he's got another series called I Think You Should Leave.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think is all a cringe sort of stuff, too. I don't know that much about that one, but...
I think he's cashing in on it. I think that he found his voice, and it's that.
I mean, his voice is as sort of like unique to him as like Larry David.
Yeah.
It's like only he can sort of do this sort of stuff. If it was anybody else, it sort of wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But yet, I still feel like for the most part, like, I'm not sure where they're going with all this.
Yeah.
You know? But you watch that first episode, man, you know, you will want to watch the second episode right after it.
Are they 1 hour episodes?
I don't know.
Probably.
I mean, I can look it up. I feel like, just feeling-wise, I think they feel like they're about like 43 minutes per
Oh, that's
episode,
good. I like that. That's a good
47, something
meal.
like that. Yeah, it's like an hour episode with like commercials on a regular TV station sort of thing. Let me look up real quick here. It's the what is it? The Chair Company. God, it's so nutty.
Yeah.
But
How long's that episode? Make it quick. Let's go. Before we got to cash out, we got to tap out of here. We got to charge the Orb of Truth. The Orb of Truth has got to get charged.
oh, now they're only half-hour episodes.
No shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, then
33 minutes, 29 minutes, 29 minutes, 31 minutes.
Oh my God.
26 minutes, 31 minutes. Yeah. Wow, they cover a lot of ground in a half hour.
That means I like when there's like that. I mean, I feel it sounds like you're not going to get enough meat on the bone, but that means
No.
that's quality writing. That means
It
there's
is.
not a lot of lingering around, not a lot of, you don't have the drone shot.
No.
Yeah, we don't have time to be panning around the parking lot.
It moves.
Yeah.
It moves, for sure. Yeah, definitely check that out. And if you're looking for something to watch, check out the old Sherlock. Like I said, the first couple episodes is, you could probably skip the second episode if you wanted to. Whatever.
Why the second episode?
It's just sort of, they're all self-contained episodes, but it's just, I don't know, maybe you'll find it interesting. I find it very sort of not interesting. The first one sort of sets up the whole thing, so you kind of got to watch that.
Okay.
The third one's getting pretty good. The second season, like I said, it's only 3 episodes per season, so.
Wait, 3 episodes per season?
3 episodes per season. Each episode is 90 minutes long.
Oh, well, it's kind of like 3 movies.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all right then.
Yeah. So
I wonder why they divvied it up that way.
That's the way they do it in Britain a lot.
Really?
Yeah, like the original Office is only like 3 episodes per season. It's like 3 seasons, so it's like 9 episodes. It's like really short.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, we were really pumping them out here in America then.
Well, yeah, our TV shows do like, like Star Trek and whatever is like 22.
Well, that's the old days, but even just still, we would do 12 episodes.
13,
usually
yeah.
12 is the average.
13, yeah.
Yeah, 12, 13, yeah, baker's dozen.
Yeah, well, that's because of the way that they run TV seasons over here.
Yeah, 12 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they have a big break, and then they do the spring season, then they're off for the summer.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which gives you time for reruns. This is the way it was when we grew up.
Yeah. But why do they do that? I guess, all right. Seasons change, whatever. I get it, but, and you got like the fall and school and, the fall. But
That's just the way it developed. I don't know why.
But there's the counter programming, which caught steam. It used to be like, oh, nothing's going to be on for the summer. Well, now like they'll be putting shit out.
Well, so the doldrums of the summer is where shows like Beverly Hills 90210 caught on. I remember that year. There was nothing on to watch in the summer, and Fox decided to rerun the entire 90210 from the beginning in like end of July through like August. Everyone watched. You watched. I watched. The whole country watched. And by the time September rolled around, 90210 was the biggest show in the world. What's his face? Luke
Perry.
Luke Perry was the hottest thing.
Yeah, that's true. They were that way. You couldn't get away from it.
Even those Walsh kids, Shannon Doherty and Jason Priestley, they were the hottest thing.
Yeah.
By the time fall rolled around that year, man, everybody, because there was nothing to watch in the summer.
That's true. That's true.
The same thing with Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Seinfeld was terrible. No one was watching it. And after, I don't know what, the first or second season, they ran it in the summer. And I remember there was nothing on to watch. So that was on, hadn't seen it, so let's watch this. And once again, by the time fall rolled around.
Yeah, but I guess the HBO rules, they don't really follow that bullshit.
No. I mean, they sort of used to.
Used to, but they don't anymore. No, now it's just...
No, they know the business model now.
Yeah.
Now they know that they've got to keep cranking stuff out. To wit, the whole Game of Thrones stuff. So they're doing Night of the Seven Kingdoms just finished. In June, House of the Dragon comes back. Next year, they're going to have Night of the Seven Kingdoms season 2 out, which I think is still going to be Dunk and Egg.
Yeah. Oh.
And because I think there are 3 Dunk and Egg novellas.
Oh.
So they can do 3 seasons of Dunk and Egg.
Oh, okay.
And then because it's Night of the Seven Kingdoms, they could also do more seasons of completely different characters.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more open-ended with that one.
Huh.
That's what it. But
HBO gets it right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I still don't know what's coming out with the whole deal where Netflix is buying them.
I don't know. They're talking today on the news about the whole Universal. Now all of a sudden, Universal and Paramount are merging.
Oh, really?
Yes.
NBC Universal?
Yeah, and Trump was trying to get involved in it, and Netflix, and yeah. Basically, I think they're gunning for CNN, but yeah, it's gonna go the way they're merging. It seems all very monopoly-ish.
Oh, it's 100% monopoly.
They got to divvy all this shit up because it's turning into like 3 conglomerates.
Yeah, that is. You're gonna have the Netflix, HBO, Warner's World. You're gonna have the
that's the one that's getting bought by Paramount. Huh? I think. Yeah. No. Okay, keep going.
No, and then what you were just saying was Universal and Paramount.
Yeah.
Universal's Peacock, NBC. That's all the Universal stuff is there. And then the Paramount stuff is CBS.
Yeah, CBS is making the move for something big. I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. I didn't see any news about it. But because I know the guy in charge of Paramount, when the Netflix buying HBO Warner Brothers was announced, the guy that runs Paramount was all like, he was like, oh, no. Whoa. He threw up a big counter offer, and then people were saying, well, maybe it won't go through because this offer, because he was aggressively wanting it. So if the Netflix HBO merger goes through, it would not surprise me if Paramount guy over here decided to buy out and or merge with Peacock Universal.
No, I think it's quite the opposite.
Okay.
I think it's...
So he's still gunning for the HBO Warner.
He's about to get it.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I think's going on. But who knows? It could all change tomorrow. All it takes is a dumb tweet from El Duce and it's done.
Yeah, because when the Paramount guy was talking about his offer, it was like a different scenario. And it gets really deep because it's like he was talking about stock options for the stockholder sort of thing, as opposed to like it was like less cash, but it was like better for the stockholder sort of thing. And so it's like, I don't know which deal is better.
Yeah, I don't either. It's so confusing to me that I'm almost stepping away from it. I'm just gonna, I stop focusing on it. I'm gonna go, you guys go play and just don't fucking ruin my shows.
Well, it's like there's so many people out there on the internet that just dwell in negativity and stuff, and they go, if Netflix buys HBO, which is HBO and Warner Brothers Studios, they go, if Netflix buys Warner Brothers Studios will never have a movie in theaters anymore because Netflix doesn't believe in theatrical releases.
That's such a blanket statement. I don't think they would do that.
Exactly. So here's the thinking. Either A, if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, and they could do that and not release any Warner Brothers movies into theaters, which they could do, but I don't see how it helps them. Or B, just because they buy up Warner Brothers Studios, leave Warner Brothers Studios alone to function as it is. Because if you start messing with it, you're going to devalue what the thing is, which we've seen this play out with Disney acquiring Star Wars and
Legos and Muppets and all that shit.
Marvel.
And Marvel, yes.
The Star Wars and Marvel were both huge properties generating a huge amount of cash. And then Disney bought them, and what Disney did with them undercut both franchises. And they are not making the money that they were. So they devalued, because of their business decisions, their bad business decisions, they devalued and hurt the brands. So it's like, if Netflix buys Warner Brothers and then stops releasing Warner Brothers movies into theaters, that's going to devalue the brand.
And what?
They could do that.
You're going to put HBO's catalog on Netflix? No, they want to get the HBO money, and they subscriptions.
Well, where they're making the money is like Netflix isn't going to, like, yes, they could put the HBO properties on Netflix, but they make more money with licensing it out.
Yeah.
Like because it's all Warner Brothers. So the Harry Potter movies are all Warner Brothers. So they live on HBO, except for around Christmas time and the holidays when they rent it out to the USA Network, and USA, which is Peacock.
Yeah.
So like right now, the Harry Potter movies are on Peacock.
Yeah.
And so they're not on HBO.
Yeah.
So they license the stuff out. That's where they make the money from. So they just license the stuff out and shift it all around anyway. Because there was something I was looking on HBO the other day, and it's like, leaving soon. Oh, it was that Jackie Robinson movie with 42.
42, leaving soon. Yeah, I saw that.
Leaving soon. But then over on Netflix, just arrived. So it's like, sure, it leaves HBO, but it's over here on Netflix now. But it's like, it all just goes around the ecosystems anyway. Unless you're in the other ecosystem, which is Starz Network. And Starz Network and like a lot of times Showtime stuff.
Yeah.
Which Showtime's in with Paramount, so sometimes you get some
I don't
stuff.
know. I don't know what the answer is, but it just feels like now it's just everything's shrinking down to like three different, kind of like in the old days, like 3 channels. Everything's going to be on NBC, ABC, or CBS, 3 channels, So now it's all turning into 1 window, 2 window, 3 windows.
Netflix, Disney, and who's going to be out there? Because like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if Peacock and Paramount merged.
Yeah.
So then and then of course then Apple's out there like the PBS of Fourth Network.
I know Apple's got quality shit too.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Who knows? That's why I'm just saying, just don't cancel my shows or my channels, and just you guys. I just wonder if it's just up top. They're just all trading stocks and raking in the money up there up top. But hopefully everything will just stay down here to us common folk.
Well, that's the thing. It's
we'll
like
have access to it.
they keep thinking that they're going to buy up all this stuff and then we're going to have all the money like a bunch of greedy jagoffs. But the reality of the fact is when they did that with HBO, which HBO, was, AOL Time Warner or whatever. Yeah. So it's got the Warners, and then it's in with the HBO, and then it gets bought out by or merged with Discovery channels, and they put all the Discovery stuff in there. Once again, you liquidate down the brand and make it all suck. Like Game of Thrones was the hottest series. Everybody said best series ever. Until they watered it down, they killed the last couple of seasons. Now nobody talks about it anymore because they devalued it. They killed it. They fucked it up.
Yeah, that's probably what'll happen. Just water things down just to be more economical.
If they're looking to make money, they do not want that to happen because we've seen that happen over the last 10 or 15 years.
But then there's the licensing. It's almost like, like Jerry Seinfeld signs a deal with, to put his Seinfeld on syndication. So he signs $100 million deal with so-and-so.
Well, that's what they do with Friends.
Yeah.
Because Friends is like the number one show on Netflix for like 10 years, 15 years. Because didn't you ever wonder why like Friends, which is an NBC show, isn't on Peacock?
Yeah, you'd wonder.
It's on Netflix. Because Netflix paid all the money. Because Netflix is like, people love watching this. Same with The Office.
Yeah.
They keep that on.
So that's what I almost think it's going down to, and it's just like they're just going to buy licensing fees, and it's just pick your jukebox to play your song.
I think that's what it's coming down into, because they're all realizing that if they have their catalog and they just sit there stagnant with their catalog, it doesn't really do them any good.
Yeah, so they're almost better off licensing it to each other, and they're all going to be in cahoots kind of together, like, I'll trade you this for that, Oh, you can take all the Lawson space, and I'll take all the,
It's like musical chairs. It's like ding, everybody switch, rotate to the left.
Yeah, and I'd be kind of mad if I was a stockholder. I mean, you might get bumps and stuff, but
the whole thing that I hope that they're learning over the last 5-10 years here is not to do dumb shit and fuck up the brand. Like when
the individual brands.
Yeah,
well, that comes with the makers. Yeah, let's hope.
That's the whole thing. So when Zaslav, who's from Discovery Channels, is in charge of HBO, don't fuck with HBO. Don't fuck with their creative department. Don't fuck with... You don't be the guy who's like, we're going to cancel this show. Fuck you. Yeah. You're a Discovery Channel guy. Go make another home reno show. Leave HBO alone. Let the HBO people run the shit the way that HBO always has. Because you get in there with your Discovery Channel Australia bullshit, you don't understand it. Because HBO always had a new movie on Saturday night. When that Discovery took over, all of a sudden they dropped that.
Yeah.
That's your bread and butter.
Yeah.
New movie every Saturday night. HBO's had that since they started.
Yeah, the family popcorn night, You need that.
It's like, what are we doing? You mess that up, you're undercutting the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing like with over at Disney. Disney started making too many Star Wars things, too many Marvel things, got all watered down. Nobody had any interest anymore. They were hemorrhaging money. They had to bring back the old CEO that had retired, brought him back to run it for 5 years, which he's going to be leaving at the end of this year or something like that. First thing he does is start cutting shows. We're not doing this show, we're not doing that show. That's why Andor, which was the best Star Wars thing they had going, he chopped the legs out from under it. And he's like, wrap the whole story up in the second season and it's over. What?
Yeah.
He doesn't understand the property. Yeah. He doesn't understand where his money's coming from. You think like little animated shows about 6-year-old kids in the Star Wars universe is what people are going for?
Yeah, Bad Batch, is that really going to hold it up? No.
It's like, no. Give us something grown up like Andor that actually has some gravitas to it,
I always think like they get... Now, we bundle a lot of our channels, but you go, okay, you got $6.95 a month for Hulu, $4.95 for that, $7.99, $12.99 for that.
Are you paying for these? You're not paying for any of
No.
these.
She just gives me the bill, and I just go, here's my $100.
They're all at least $20 a month.
Okay, so you get all that. You'd think that they would go, hey, why don't we just make a Star Wars channel, and we'll charge people $8 a month. And then why don't we make a Marvel channel, and we'll charge people $9 a month. And they could probably make more money by cutting it up like that. But instead they want to put it all on this, Oh,
well, that's sort of the whole thing. Sorry, yeah, that's what I was kind of trying to get to, was the fact that they thought that they could take all these different properties and put them all together and hold them all together and be like, we've got all
one
this stuff
browser,
here.
so we could click through and
But the problem was, and that HBO was having this problem, is they were constantly showing profit loss because HBO's over here doing good, Warner Brothers over here doing good, but their TV side of the business is going down and down and down. And the losses from the TV side is tilting everything down to where even though this is good and profitable, it doesn't look good on the balance sheets because the TV side's bringing it down.
Correct.
So that's what they're doing, is they're splitting the TV side from the streaming and theatrical side so that they can take all the TV channels and all that sort of stuff and spin it off to its own business, get it off the balance sheets. So it's like they wanted to grab, but now they're realizing that that doesn't work.
No.
Because now you got too many different lines of businesses that you can't control anymore.
Now, and all these channels, they're adding podcasts into it now.
I know.
Now you're adding a whole nother channel to pull away from all your other channels.
It makes sense for some of the HBO stuff, like with Welcome to Derry, they have the Welcome to Derry podcast.
Sure.
And for Night of the Seven Kingdoms, they have a Night of the Seven Kingdoms podcast.
Yeah, that makes sense for their sister shows. But you can't.
I like that HBO's doing the show, the behind the scenes show, and the podcast. I like that. That seems good.
All right, but you can't be putting your health and wellness podcasts on there.
No, I don't want Blanche and Elaine's book reading club podcast on Netflix.
Yeah. Just because it's number 5 or 15 on Spotify, you go, oh, now you're going to put it on here? You're asking to be pulled away. You're asking for your numbers.
Have you tried any of the... So Netflix has games, video games.
Really? I haven't tried that.
I haven't tried them either. I don't even know how it works. They've got on Netflix, they got Red Dead Redemption.
Huh.
How do you have Red Dead Redemption on Netflix? It's like an open world game that's like several gigs.
How do you play it?
I don't know. I have Red Dead Redemption on my Xbox and the PlayStation.
Huh.
It's a huge load. It's like 15 gigs.
So you just play it on there, I guess. But
I don't know.
I don't know how that works. I don't know the integration of the systems.
Yeah, but they're serving up games now, which, so you got the movies, you got the shows, you got the games, and now with the podcasts.
See, now I get why they would put everything under one umbrella for convenience, but they're actually shooting themselves in the foot.
You can't find anything.
Yeah. That's like putting a comedy club next to a rock club, next door to each other. They're going to pull away from each other. You know what I mean? You can't. You know what I mean?
The coffee shop and the library upstairs.
Yeah.
Like none of it's going to work. It's all going to.
You're going to have a half-assed coffee shop. And you're going to have a half-assed library. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking all the way through. Give us a like. Give us a comment.
See you on the Shlicketty review.
Yeah, we got to go do the Shlicketty DooCast now. So yeah, definitely tune into the Shlicketty review. Check out what we're doing for a movie review. We'll give you some recs there too. We gave you some good stuff for series today to watch. Go check those out on their respective stations that we told you about, or channels, or streaming platforms, or whatever you call it these days. But
Flippity boo.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.